Aha, aha. The Jamaican cuisine is the most tasteful dish in the world. And once you taste it, it is an unforgettable experience. As children, whatever mama prepared, we scraped our plates clean. Unfortunately, now that many of us have children and live in a Farrin, we're not preparing the same meals for our children as our mama made. Foods like haffu, the yam, shad, herring with some nice green banana, ton cornmeal, and more. Today, our children's palates are accustomed to fast foods, hot dogs, fries, and sugary delights. Not even water them one drink. So, this Saturday morning, we ask why some of you don't cook your Caribbean foods for your picnic them. A Saturday morning runnings, come make we talk. The crew on board are Maxine Max Poet Lyons, Jackie Brainbox Tyson, Shanette
Hello.
Stearns McNaught Brown,
What
and
to
Hey,
do?
Jennifer. Miss Jen will be joining us, we hope. It's another Saturday morning. Lord, I. Miss Jen will be joining us. Um, somebody design knock me off my sock here this morning.
uh-oh.
Insurance. You look
Oh,
nice.
what that?
You
Me?
me like the print.
Oh, why, thank you.
Oh,
She catch you off guard.
Me telling you,
Yo,
print look nice.
yes.
thank you.
Me almost feel like being at my yard clothes.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
Jesus. No,
I,
sir.
I tell you.
Morning, ladies. How no do? How no do?
We do
We
good.
good, we good,
We
we
do
good.
good, man. All right.
Lord, I mean, the week has been.
Oh, yes.
Has,
Yeah,
has been, but we are so grateful that God
Mm-hmm.
continues to protect, provide, cover
mm-hmm.
us when we're out
Yes.
and about our families. We are so thankful to Him. And despite all that is going on in the world, we think of other people. So,
Yes,
who we can connect and bless, we pray that
Yes.
He will provide
absolutely.
because these are challenging times. But
Yes, they are.
Him soon come
Oh,
back. So,
oh yeah.
all of that will
Mm-hmm.
just,
Yes,
be
Mm-hmm.
a
it's only
fleeting
a
moment.
matter of time.
So, blessings, everybody. A Saturday. Here we are again.
Yes,
Yeah,
And,
Yeah.
man.
something.
You know, so Saturday morning time when you get things like banana porridge.
Me, I tell
Yeah,
you
yes.
bozo.
that somebody
Like
have
Banana
some
part.
already
people
made.
like some
Yes,
people right here.
yes.
That
Some people
Oh,
like they make banana porridge. When they can't come when they have enough the pot, this rice pot. They
don't
have
talk.
enough.
That's
Plantain
good.
porridge.
I may have boiled egg
Lord Jesus.
and bread to go. You know what I'm saying? The egg. You know, want
It
some
comes.
protein.
It comes with the
yes.
sides. It comes with a
Mm-hmm.
side.
Size, size of
Me
bread
no,
and
me
What
no
a
butter.
like, me no like
combination.
eat porridge alone, you know. Me no
Oh yeah,
like
What
me
a
eat
do
porridge
that.
alone.
combination.
When me
Mm-hmm.
have porridge, me want a piece of bread pan the
Yes,
side or a fritters. Yes,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
a
See
Who
there.
fritters.
like
If
who
you have
like
See.
some
them
sugar,
porridge with hard who like them porridge with hard bread with butter on it, then you break it up and put in
and
there
put that in
with the
porridge.
butter on
Yeah,
it.
That's one time when we
No,
used to eat hard dough bread. Me know
yeah.
that.
I do a broccoli peanut, but not with no butter pan, it, no sir.
Oh no, you have to put the butter on it.
No, no,
Jack,
it a going at the
Jack is
porridge.
freak out.
Jackie, Jackie,
That will give you colic.
that sound like you
By the way,
salivate.
by the
You're
way,
gonna get
Lady
colic
D,
now, Fred.
Lady
What
D, you
that
know that
not?
McDonald who Lady D some money, you know.
You see,
Uh-oh.
Yes, you know, so she get them free ad.
you see that,
Yes.
you see that.
That's a
Me
free
telling
commercial.
you,
They need to pay you, girl.
of course,
Relax.
because I
That's a
included
true.
it in our content. Isn't that
You need
something?
to send them an invoice.
But I was just
but
trying to send a message.
yeah,
Yeah.
but our the reason for that is that we are trying to sway the parents away from there.
From there you go.
I
Right.
know.
We're
But
swaying them the other way.
So
Yes.
they can go back to eating good, wholesome Jamaican
yes.
foods.
Yeah,
And
man.
the restaurant that provided that dish behind you need to give it some money too.
Oh, oh. Why Max
You know,
you just step on it, so.
Max
yeah,
out.
you better
Max know how to get
Yes,
the
the
thing
chicken pretty.
going. So this morning, ladies and gentlemen, it's food, Jamaican food, and Farrin Pickney. Now,
Mhm.
we're Jamaicans, all four of us, so our experiences are relatable to that nation, that island. Certainly, persons who are joining us and you're from other Caribbean islands and other countries in the world, I often say that there are similarities across the world. We may call it something else. There may be a variation in how the preparation of a particular dish is done, but certainly they're going to call it something and say it look like
Mhm.
something and taste like something that's
Mhm.
familiar. So we want to welcome you. Don't forget, those of you who are joining, we have, I believe, hit the 600 mark. So now we need to get to 7,
Wow.
8, 9,
Yeah,
and
we're
10.
over. Mhm.
We're
Yeah.
over. So I would like to just say to everybody, please, we're at 605. So that's a blessing. So I'd like you to subscribe. I just had a one-on-one session with my aunt, and the whole time she thought long story. Anyway,
Don't
so
say it. Don't say it.
So when you see the word, it dawned on me really that even though we're saying you see the word subscribe, it's almost like some people either they see it and
Yes.
them not understand the instructions,
Mhm.
or they
Mhm.
maybe just think it's automatic. I don't know.
No, I think what it is that because they can get on without subscribing, they know it's 10 o'clock, and they say, "Oh,"
Right.
and they get because I have bumped into that with some people that I've spoken to. They just know they could get on, and they just get on.
Yeah, well, I guess so. So, after a little exercise, I
And I
managed
think it's
to.
a little bit easier too because Lady D, sometimes when you say people just click on the subscribe button and you see a bell or something like that,
Mhm.
for me, it's just straight subscribe. You just subscribe and just click
Yeah, but
Right.
what,
subscribe.
what, but when you see the bell, when you click on the bell, the word says all, which
All.
means anything at all that you're doing,
Yeah, they get notified.
you'll get that
Right.
notification.
I
Mhm.
get your notifications, but
Yeah.
I just
So
click
I
subscribe. It
tend to
never show me
stress that.
all.
Hmm.
Yeah. But for
Hmm.
Mhm.
those
Mhm.
who see that, make sure you press it. The
There you
all.
Yeah.
go. So welcome again. We're talking about Jamaican food and Farrin Pickney. So, many of us have come here. You've had your children, and you're not into the, as we say, hard food cooking kind of thing. You you tend to whip up
Mhm.
the easiest thing, and the children, their palates have become so seasoned to other types of food wherever you live. So if it's here in the US, the quickest run, they're on their way home from school because I see it. They stop, they buy fries, they buy wings, they buy things that, and so when if you are that parent who love to prepare your Jamaican cuisine, by the time they get home and their stomachs are filled up with the fries and the something, your dinner is like a second thought. So sometimes you don't even bother stress yourself, so you go cook no nothing. You just say, "Oh, no,
Right.
go and go eat what you want to eat."
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
Mhm.
much it. So, what are your experiences, Sharon's and Jackie? You know,
Well, for sure, there's no haffu yam here. So if we need, if we
yeah.
need haffu yam,
Uh-huh.
then we have to send to Jamaica. Our mother send up haffu yam or set it up with somebody. Set up haffu
Okay.
yam. But
Mm-hmm.
my son was born here. But the thing is, I cook all the time. So whatever cuisine I cook, that's why I'm eat. And
Mm-hmm.
what I found out is the American people them love Jamaican dumplings.
Mm.
Oh
Even
yeah.
if they don't like anything else,
Mm-hmm.
dumpling. Them
Mm-hmm.
love dumpling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the
especially the
first
fried
thing they
one.
go for in the pot is the dumpling. And my
Mm-hmm.
son like when I pour the he himself my mother does it better than me because she curry chicken, the gravy.
Okay.
Pour it like soup over the rice and the dumpling.
Mm-hmm.
That's how, yeah, that's how we want it.
That's how we
So it
want it.
depends on the household. Yes, yeah, some of the times because of how busy our lives are here, you just have to grab the quickest thing, which is a lot of times a little pasta or
Mm-hmm.
maybe some for those who like fast food, you stop at McDonald's with the kids or whatever because of our busy lifestyles. But for
Mm-hmm.
people like me who cook, I try to do that as often as possible and incorporate
Mm-hmm.
the Jamaican foods, the
Right.
greens, because Christoph eat callaloo and
Mm-hmm.
spinach. He likes that when I cook it.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the household.
There you go. So, Sharon, what's your story?
I'm a strong believer in that children should be introduced to the family pot at a year old. When a child is a year old, introduce them to the family pot, meaning you no longer have their food separate. Like Jackie said, whatever you cook, that's what the child's gonna eat.
Yeah,
And the earlier you introduce them to your food, then their palates and the appetite for it will develop, because children are an open book.
absolutely.
They don't come here with a taste for Italian and a taste for this and a taste for that. And you
Mm-hmm.
let them out it, make them acquire the taste to the degree that they don't gravitate towards your cuisine, the same thing
Mm-hmm.
you're raised on. And I understand that, yes, we're in a society where we're very busy and you're running back and forth. However, when you have children, you have to make some allocations. So
Mm-hmm.
have to come home, can't do the regular thing like your mother used to do, come home and cook every day. I'm not an advocate for that. But like today's Saturday, on the weekend, you prep some stuff, man. Cook 1 3 or 4 meal. Get some Pyrex dish or some, what you call the other one, the Tupperware. And put
Mm-hmm.
the stuff in, and you have enough, to last you maybe into the week. Maybe say if you cook today and cook tomorrow, you may cover yourself till Wednesday. When I was growing up, my mother never cooked my grandmother, yes, where she cook every day. But whenever I went to Kingston, my mother never cooked on Fridays. On Fridays was the day when we got to get some KFC. I
Mm-hmm.
remember
Mm-hmm.
back in them days, so there was Burger King. So we would get Burger King, or we would get pizza, or we would get KFC. That are our Chinese. That was a big treat. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, during the week, you are getting whatever they cook, broad bean and whatever, or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Yeah, your greens, you're
Right.
getting that. And I remember when my daughter was small, she may have been, I don't know, 5 or less. I have some in-laws in Brooklyn, and I was going there on a Saturday, and I had her with me on the train. And
Mm-hmm.
because Brooklyn from the Bronx, on a Saturday, Lord, you're looking up upwards of hour and a half, 2 hours on the
Mm-hmm.
train. And I bought her a slice of pizza because I said she's gonna be hungry. And we got underground and we were going. I mean, I tell her, say one Jamaican dreadlocks man see me, I give my daughter pizza and him let me have it. The man quarrel. Oh, I saw want to do a picnic, no have a friend and picnic and Farrin, and instead of getting picnic some good Jamaican food. Eh?
Oh
Hey,
dear.
sister, you get the picnic piece of them, and him proceeded to break down the kind of cheese in the
Mm-hmm.
piece of
Lord,
what make it
take
right,
your
but
hand,
good. I
Oh
mean, you
dear.
would think the man know me.
take
The
your
man
hand.
just check me. The man
Gosh.
check me out. And I mean, to me,
Gosh.
pizza, okay, pizza is halfway, what you call it now, nutritious,
Mm-hmm.
with the
Yeah.
tomato sauce and the
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But that guy,
He
and
was not
not
having
knowing
it.
me, he was
Mm-mm.
Never
not
care.
having it at all.
He
You
was
would have
not
think, say,
having it.
I am a baby father or something.
I didn't, I didn't never beg me for you.
Never
This
meet me
one.
before. But on the other hand, I remember my oldest grandson. We took him to Jamaica when he was only 7 months old, and his father loves curry, especially curry goat, and he loves spice. And I remember when we went down, and we were someplace, and he took the child. We were eating. You go down and go kill and food a pass round, and he
Mm-hmm.
had him.
Yes.
But when he give him back to me, he was smelling very much like food.
Mm.
And he smell him out, and the mouth smell like curry goat. And me said to my son-in-law, me say, did you give him some of the food? He say, yeah, man, because me I eat and him just a look for me so and me put a little piece in him mouth and him just like it, so me just give him some. Mind you, he was only 7 months old.
Oh dear.
And I'm telling you, to this day, he's gonna be 10 next month. And that boy love curry.
Yes.
Matter of fact, him can make him own curry chicken at this point.
Wow.
And him loves scotch bonnet pepper as
Oh,
small
there
as
you
he
go.
or as young as he is.
What?
You have to put
Oh,
when you
it's
cook,
weird
you
that
have
you
to
say
put a
that.
scotch bonnet. Yeah, man, Brandon.
Yes, because Christoph was like that with the
Yeah.
first thing he ate with the scotch bonnet was fried fish, and it hot, and
Uh-huh.
all we are telling him to spit it out.
Him not do it.
He not spit it out.
Yeah.
And the big one
My
body
my
like that,
one.
right?
Yeah. My one. I'm telling you, for a little kid, him love him scotch bonnet. And the thing about it is that what was so funny. One of my sisters had a milestone birthday, and at the party, they had provided for the children, like Lady D said in the introduction, hot dogs and little
Mm-hmm.
finger food for the kids. But the grown-ups had the jerk chicken and the curry goat and the manish water and mac and cheese and whatever. And we were lined up going, towards the servers. And I mean, I know my grandchild, the little one wasn't born yet, but the two first ones, they eat like grown people. You can't give them no
Mm-hmm.
kiddie food. And my grandson get up to the server and the person say, "Oh, kids' food is over there." He said, "No, no, I want this food." And they said, "Well," he said, "I want
Yes.
curry goat, white rice." And they say, "You sure?" And I say, "Yes, he will eat it." And when they put it in his plate, and them a pass the manish water. Him say, "I
What?
want manish water." Them say, "No, man, you're too young." He said, "No, I get manish water at home." So they give him my manish water, and they had to
Oh,
give him a cup of manish water.
There you go.
Yeah. So when
Yes.
you bought them out early, they acquire the
Early.
taste for it.
I
yes.
agree. I
That's
agree.
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
I
Because
agree.
I have my sister, all of my sister kids were born here. And when my mother passed away, my sister had to go to Jamaica because at the time I couldn't travel, so she left the youngest one with me. That time we were running restaurants in New York, Norman and I. I mean, I tell her she had a feast of her life. She love her oxtail. I say she not like rice and
Oh,
peas. If you give her recipe, she pick out the peas and throw them out. But oxtail, oxtail was the thing that she
Really,
was
Lady
onto
D.
oxtail. Every single day, maybe she was oxtail and white rice, give us like a picnic,
oh,
And she's
wow.
and then she Auntie Max, I can get some more oxtail.
I
Sometimes she just want the
Wow.
oxtail, never rice. She just love this oxtail. And until
mm,
today,
Wow.
she love oxtail and she not into chicken one
Most
but oxtail and
she
fish.
loves
most
her
American kids like
Yeah,
the
oxtail.
so
oxtail.
it's when you
Yes.
give them when they're young, they tend to get porridge and
Yeah.
all those things they won't eat, but
Mm-hmm.
chicken, curry chicken, stew chicken, escovitch, fish, all of these things. They eat them and they were all born here
Yes.
and they
Mm-hmm.
all
Mm-hmm.
love
So
it.
I'd like to say welcome to our viewers. They are rolling in. We had a nice chit chat session with Neville Ferguson last evening. He was doing
Okay.
Yeah.
his Zoom show, so I was on with him, and it was nice. I had to say to him that I'm still stuck at his story that he shared with us last week when he first came to Farin. And his uncle had told him that the streets are what marble.
Marble.
Yes.
I couldn't stop.
Oh God, that's so
Lord.
funny.
So we want to welcome Charlesy and Neville. We thank you. There are other people I see who are watching, but you have not come into the chat. So just drop your hellos in the chat and let us know that you're there and you're connected. So Jamaican food and foreign Pickney. We have realized that a lot of parents who are from Jamaica have not been cooking up the cuisine for the Pickney them.
Mm-hmm.
Various reasons. Sharon's just shared her story. Jackie shared hers,
And I have
and
and I have another one. Well, I have
and
two more
Max has
still.
another one. So
I have
go
two
Eh,
ahead,
more. I
go
have two
keep
more
it
about
rolling.
two separate family member. I remember when I lived in St. Mary, my aunt and her cousin, about three of them, and my aunt, her husband, my cousin, and my aunt's son. The son was he was only about 10, I think, at the time. He was born in England. They came to Jamaica. So when she came, she had a bag with food just for him. She had all these cans of butter, bean, baked bean, rice crispy, and all these things that she bought for him. Because he didn't know Jamaican, so she bought his food. And he wouldn't eat any Jamaican food. If they tried even to eat it, he would not eat it. But that time he just want to eat team food. Because I
you know what,
yes,
Max?
yes, I wanted this one. I wanted to eat the foreign food. So I remember tasting the Rice Krispie, and I love the Rice Krispie, you know. It's when him eat and let the Rice Krispie and I want to eat it. It was that delight to me because me I eat it. Because I love Rice Krispie back then. And he wouldn't touch the Jamaican food.
Oh.
Even though his mom tried to introduce him to it, he would eat
Too
stuff
late,
like
though.
bananas
Too late.
too
Yeah.
late and food,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
wouldn't touch any.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. But you know what? What with even children, because with my grandchildren, I'm telling you, I made porridge for them every single day. Every day they had porridge. From their
Yes.
turn, like about say 5 months old.
Mhm.
Them have to have at least 2-3 bottle of porridge a day.
Yes.
Because you make them porridge and you get the full what you call it, the full cream cow's milk, the whole milk.
Right. Whole milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not the 2%. It kills me with the two
Mm-hmm.
percent, the 1%. It look like
Yes.
a dishwater.
Me too.
Yes.
True.
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 Yeah,
One
my
I
percent
teenager.
milk, 2% milk. Come
Uh-huh.
on, give the
I
people the
agree.
full. I mean, they claim that it's because of obesity and all of that stuff. But I mean, by the time you do all of the shenanigans to get the fat and all that good stuff out of it,
Out of
all
it.
you left with is
Yeah.
trash.
I
Yes.
agree. And at that
Yeah,
age, they need it to help with the
To build.
calcium, with
Yes.
precisely,
to
To
build
build
Yes.
bone,
body.
teeth,
precisely.
and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then start them vision and
Mm-hmm.
all of that stuff. So I mean, I think the foundation has to be laid. And if you don't, I
From
mean, some
early.
people have their children here because I was appalled. One of my
Early.
cousins that live in one of them faraway states, I was appalled when he announced to me, and with some pride, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, my kids not eat Jamaican food, you know."
No.
Eh.
I mean, granted, his wife is not Jamaican, but it's not. I mean, she's American, so it's not like say
Mhm.
she's another country that the child acquired the taste for that cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are born and was like they don't eat Jamaican food, and I'm like, you're gonna regret it because whenever you go to Jamaica, you're gonna have to lug them food down there. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna bring toaster strudels and pop tarts
And
and
I
then
get
some.
this.
Yeah, when the kids them coulda eat them good fritters and them good greens
Mm-hmm.
and
I
eat
agree.
two
Fried
party
dumpling.
and drink
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
yes,
Some
and
meat
that
berry
sort of
and two
thing.
peanut.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
my grandchildren, them man, up to now, when them go school and get them snack, we're taking of them snack bag, bun and cheese.
No.
Oh.
And things that I
Yes.
mean, I talk Jamaican cheese because the little one, the 5-year-old one, he will tell you where's my bulla, where is my bun, because that's what we give them.
That's what they. So
Cream
that's what they
crackers,
know.
Yes.
cream crackers with
Yes.
guava jam, because
Uh-huh.
that's how I was raised. Nothing wrong
Mm-hmm.
with it.
Yes.
No.
You
And
give
it's
you give
and,
them
and
that.
it's healthy.
Healthy food.
It,
It's
it
Yeah.
is
healthy.
healthy. You
Yes,
can give them
correct.
a little. What's that, Jackie?
After I had my son, I took him to Jamaica. Christopher was born August 31st, and we went to Jamaica November and came back. Christoph touched 18 months. He was still taking the bottle. I put Irish moss in the bottle, in the
Hello,
formula.
talk to
Okay.
me. I look how the boys shopping. I look good.
Listen to me.
You bring my
When
sword with
Christoph come
me.
back up here to the doctor, me not have to carry this boy to the doctor. Him just go to the
Uh,
doctor to get him shot. So them call me one day from the insurance company and tell me that he doesn't have to be sick, for you to take him to the doctor.
Right.
The boy don't sick.
Sorry, lad.
Irish Moss, one of my girlfriends, she worked in the city, and she would tell her coworkers that she has a friend who give the baby Irish Moss in the bottle. And one day I happened to be in the city, and I just stopped by to say hello to her. That was the first thing she called over everybody. This is my friend that I was telling you about with the little boy. This is a little boy who will get the Irish Moss in the bottle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Formula.
Yeah. Because even now,
Stop, no
like
food.
when I at church, and you see different children moving in, most of the children are born to Jamaican parents. But still,
Mhm.
when they see us, there's one particular encounter I had with one of them. He's now in college. And when he was younger, we catered at church, and we had an event, there was catering. So of course, it's our cuisine. And he came over to our table, sat down, he had a burger. I'm like, where you going with burger? Him not like these kind of foods. That's all we cook. I said, but
No.
that's what we cook.
Yeah.
We're not flipping no burger here. We're not having barbecue. So,
Exactly.
and he was
Exactly.
quite put out by it, the fact that we
Wow.
did not have anything like that
Anything else on
us
life?
for them to eat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
see,
I
and
mean,
Excuse me.
he scoffed at it.
yeah, a burger
Mhm.
has its place, but when you have an event, I have seen people like Max had said, a little while ago, having to pack food for kids to take on trips, and
Yeah.
not short trips. I mean, you're traveling, you're gonna be
Mhm.
gone
Mhm.
for a while, but because the child's palate is such that they have never had the cuisine to where they're going, which
Mhm.
is your homeland, your
Right.
born land, or where you come from,
Mm-hmm.
it's in them DNA. Because
Mhm.
Mhm.
my son is very particular, very picky. And growing up, I mean, I fed him everything. And now he has his favorites. But
Mhm.
back then, I gave him everything. Because when you take them away to where you're from, they have a hard time.
Yeah.
They have
Yes.
a very, very hard time
That's
because, of
It
course,
right.
food
becomes
is the
harder on
staff of
you
life.
at that time. It
Yeah.
becomes harder on you at that time to
Yeah.
find
And then
something
to
for them
me,
to eat.
Mhm.
to me, it's not cute when you're someplace looking for an alternative. It's not a
Yes.
case where the child has an allergic reaction to
Correct.
something. But,
Agreed.
but they might have just have patty and cocoa bread, and
Hey.
you there you look for burger, or you look for hot dog. Look for hot dog. Hot dog no good,
Mm.
Hot dog no good.
And can I
So
tell you,
when
when I was younger, I was a fan. I would eat two, three love a hot dog, yeah.
mm,
Yeah, I loved hot dog. I would
But
eat them a lot.
I think the hot dog that we get back home lately is different. I don't know,
Maybe,
it's
maybe.
made
But of
different.
course, as I got older, I saw Jackie was saying really about the peas. But for me,
mhm,
um, as I whenever I eat, it's like my food would not digest. My
Okay.
stomach
Oh.
I would have burning. Well, I mean, I know not about heartburn, but
Mm-hmm.
my stomach would burn me, and it's like each time I eat it, I would bloat. Is like my food not breaking down, not
mhm, mhm.
digesting.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
girl.
Yeah,
it, yeah. So
beans do
when
that to some people. That's
so
why they have that
Please.
pill. They have a pill called
mhm.
Beano.
Yes. But
Beano.
yes.
You can take, yeah.
Dry
Yes,
fish.
but
Yeah.
If you
Yes.
have that, you
Yes.
take Beano.
so what I had to do when I got older and it was still bothering me, some things you're not going to be lamenting about to people. You
Right.
just deal with it. So I had gone to the doctor, say in the mid 90s or late 90s, thereabout. And Dr. Jackson, can't forget him. He questioned me, asked me what I eat, how I eat, stuff. Me eating all regular foods. But then he said, you know what, let me do this. And he says, wean yourself off the meat. Um, and so I did that for a while. And can I tell you, I was eating up greens. He told me the kinds of beans that I could still take. But in terms of peas, I can't eat red peas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
It,
Oh.
it can cook out in the rice and peas nicely,
But you can't eat the bean itself.
but I can't eat it itself. I have to pick it
mhm.
out. Pick it
I
out
mean,
if
I'll
I
cook
chew
white
it up
rice.
and all that
They'll cook
stuff.
white rice.
Mm-hmm.
So over time now,
Yeah, yeah, white rice, Max.
yeah,
Nothing went to waste in my also between me and my sister because she never liked the peas and I never liked too much rice. So she would pick out the peas. I would eat the peas, and she would eat my rice.
Oh,
Well,
well, yeah, back up. Yeah,
No,
back up.
so
Yes. So as a result, over time, and so I found when I tried to eat the meat again after the same story.
you can eat, yeah.
Yeah, so I just, and it works. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not, I don't have no stomach issues, bloating, burning,
Mm-hmm.
none of that stuff.
Yeah, your body
Mm-hmm.
was not breaking it down
No,
yeah.
and
properly. It's too heavy
I
for you.
held on to chicken for some time until one day I had the chicken, it right. I just said done.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
was it. So and that's
Mm-hmm.
years now.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
But my son also likes cabbage and corned beef.
Me
You
too.
can't so
Mm-hmm.
there's a time when I cut myself like don't eat meat for a while. I might even up to a
I do
year
that
or
at
two.
Lent. At Lent,
Yeah.
during Lent, I don't
There
eat meat.
yeah, there's times when I just
That's
don't
just
feel like
something
eating
we
it.
grew up with. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And I'll make like greens or so on. And one day I made fried dumpling and cabbage and corned beef. And you see after that, the boy come to me, Mom, you're not making any corned beef and cabbage? He would come,
Uh-huh.
lady did talk about turn cornmeal. Turn cornmeal up on shelf. If you go into the restaurants now, you can barely
What?
get turn cornmeal because it's sell out
yeah,
fast.
them sell it
Never
Very
real
like
quick
it.
fast.
for you. Hmm.
Yeah.
Never
It's
like
sell
it.
out fast.
Never like when me and Pickney get. I guess they cook it too poor. Because
Because
I
I
never.
mean they never make it good and it was done
Yeah, they just
food.
start fishing very nice and then just put
Ma-
pumpkin. We used to pick out the pumpkin and eat and throw it in our soup. I never
Max,
liked it as a child.
Max, why you said they make it too poor?
Yes, because no, yes, because no, yes, and I mean that literally. Because you know, when
Yes,
you make prawn come, they put saltfish in it,
season it up.
season it up
And
nice and
coconut
Yeah.
milk. And so if
coconut
me make
milk.
turn cornmeal for you.
My grandmother used to make it, but she would make it with just pumpkin and coconut milk. There was no saltfish. I mean, my mouth sweet. You understand? More
Yes,
nice
yes,
thing. Yeah,
You
but
want
I
you
have
want a
another
little
story.
salting.
I have
yes.
another
Like a
story to give.
salting.
Yes, I
So
have
let
something about a cousin of
so let's
mine.
take a little break
Man.
and
Okay,
Wait.
acknowledge our viewers as always. Morning, everyone. So we want to say morning to Charlesy. Charlesy,
Hi
blessing up our
Charlesy.
Lord all times, blessing up. And of course, Elder Ferguson says, good morning, Lady D, and the rest of the crew.
morning, Fergie.
Morning.
Morning. Well,
Morning, Elder.
Brain Box say good morning herself too. So
Nice.
Dorothy says, good morning, all.
Good
Morning,
morning.
Dorothy.
Morning.
Charlesy says, I took my granddaughter to my island for this first time when she was about 5. When I gave her my island food, I guess, she cried, Grandma, I don't like it. Girl, I had to find food for the girl.
You will find Farrin
Yeah.
food.
I'm telling you. So Pauline says, morning, Paulette. Morning, everyone. Then she says, pleasant Saturday morning, Wilbert. How you do, Wilbert? Pleasant Saturday morning to you and the panel, Lady D. All right.
All right
All
then.
right.
We reach panel.
Morning.
We reach
So,
panel.
uh-huh.
Panel status.
So that's mine. I'm just telling everybody what's going on. The
Mm-hmm.
topic this morning, Jamaican food and Farin Pickney. So Wilbert says, Jamaican food is the foundation of life. Every
Of
Jamaican in
course.
the USA should ensure that their foreign born kids and grandchildren are introduced to it early. Even the Scotch bonnet. Hello.
Even the Scotch
I
bonnet.
agree. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I make fried dumpling this morning and we never have hand to sell it in the house.
What you make, Jackie?
Fried
Fried
dumpling.
dumpling.
Oh
I
yeah.
should say.
Fried
Yes.
dumpling is a winner.
What you say
In
you
a,
just
in
Yes,
said?
we
any
never have.
It's not
in
everybody
any
catch it right, though,
Yes,
well no,
when we
if
make
you
it.
catch it right. If you catch it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man, when we make it.
Fried dumpling is an absolute winner. I'm telling you, fried dumpling
Yes.
is an
I
absolute
never
winner.
have hand to
My
catch it.
Yeah, my mother had a very, very, very good dumpling recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Aye.
over the years with us used to her making it. And one of my brothers-in-law, he loved it. I mean, we loved it very much. But he, because I guess he came into the family, you know, he just loved it, and he kept at my mother to tell him how to do it. And they live in Georgia. And when they come up, he would like hang out. They would say, my mother, when they come up, and he literally would wake up early and sit with her in the kitchen because she would wake up and make a lot, you know. You have to make one whole
Yes.
heap, like the big thing. And he would just watch her and watch her and watch her until he caught the recipe. And
Mm-hmm.
he right now he has opened a dumpling shop down there using her recipe or her recipe.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
he
No.
did a nice tribute to her at the funeral. And I mean, we knew he had done it and everything, but he
Mm-hmm.
said really because he retired and he had time on his hands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you know, yeah, he has a very thriving business with the dumpling, with the fried dumpling,
Nice.
and using her recipe. And then my mother had well, my uncle, the one I have left, my mother's other brother, he lives in the UK. He has a bakery, and my mom used to take summers off and spend the summer with him, and they would do a lot of traveling. And then Easter time, she would go and help him with selling in the shop Easter bun. And they never had enough hands to do the Easter bun and bread and all the fancy duck breads and stuff. And he taught her how to do a love knot. So when you make the dumpling, you
Mm-hmm.
twist
Okay.
it a little way. It now it would look
Mm-hmm.
like
I've
the
seen
the
it.
breast cancer awareness ribbon. You
Yes.
twist
Mm-hmm.
it, but
Yes.
my mother called it the love knot. And sometimes when she was in the mood, she would make the dumplings in a love knot. And we really miss
Mm-hmm.
that about her, now that
Mm-hmm.
she's passed and
Oh,
gone. But my
yeah.
brother, I mean, we know how to do her recipe, but my brother-in-law, man, he
Get
took it
that
to
part.
That's
heart,
really
and
good.
You made
Yes.
it
and
into
he's
a
car-
business.
he's
That's
carrying
nice.
it. Yeah, right. So
That's
Keeping
the
your
good.
fried
legacy
dumpling no
alive.
fail. Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
people
Yes.
always
But
love
so
flour.
lately I told them lopsy.
Yes. Lopsy. What is that?
Lopsy is it's like pretty much what I call poor people food. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
have no gravy, if you don't have any meat or whatever. So, I grew up with my grandparents and they didn't have jobs. My grandfather was a farmer and a preacher. My grandmother was a seamstress. She stayed home and so. And sometimes when they didn't have it, they would make use a coconut milk and season it with tomatoes. I don't know tomatoes.
You
Yes.
know tomatoes.
We know tomatoes.
Tomatoes,
Jackie, it's the one they call cherry tomatoes now.
cherry
Yes.
Yes.
tomatoes.
Cherry
Yes.
Yes,
tomatoes.
Back then it was
cherry
tomatoes.
tomatoes. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Okay. And then pick like a what you call it, scallion out of the bush and little herb from here. So sumba.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you have like even green banana, cut it up small and drop it in there. Then
Mm-hmm.
if you happen to have a little piece of what you call it, saltfish, you
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
drop a little piece of saltfish in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Yeah.
like a one pot meal. Everything goes in there,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
then they tip a little curry in it,
I know it.
Yes.
I
and
know it very
thicken it,
well.
thicken it with flour.
I
Mm.
know it very well. And you
Lops,
know
Yes.
see
what
them call it
also,
in
Yes.
St.
Jackie,
Anne.
my grandmother made a variation of that as well. And instead of putting curry, she would put turmeric, or
Yes,
or, yeah,
or the
she would put the
anato,
Or not. I know about
Ardianato,
that.
or the
exactly.
anato.
But
Yeah, and
inside
she
me, we call it with a
also,
different name.
yes, yes, and she would also put like a young breadfruit, not the very,
Oh,
slice it
sharing it.
thin.
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
But
And
let
it's in
me
a
In
let me
hot,
tell
my
you something.
yeah, and it's
Nothing
and
nice
it's
now.
very nice. Mm-hmm.
in my
Nice,
parish
Yeah.
where I'm from, they
flavorful.
call it. There's two names for it in St. Mary. They call it. Well, my sister used to cook it a lot. My younger sister, Lord God, she could have cooked. They call it pakasa. My little
Oh.
sister, we call it
You
pakasa,
see?
or come. My grandma used to call it come together.
Come together.
I know come
Come
together.
together.
I
Because
know come
everything
Yes.
is in
together.
the same pot. Come together, pakasa, with the
Yes.
coconut and the
I'm
banana and
gonna
the what.
try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to remember. I forgot what my grandmother called it, but my grandmother also had one that she used to make, and that one was called flumber dip.
Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, me
Flum,
hear
flum,
me hear
flumber
this
dip.
flow
Flumber
thing.
dip was made with the coconut milk, boiled down as well with the annatto, with some good strong scallion, thyme, um, uh, allspice, and nice little scotch bonnet on the top. and it was cooked
And scotch
down,
bonnet.
not to custard. It wasn't go down all the way
Yes.
to custard, but she
Yes.
put a little flour in there to make it thick.
Pickney.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it was put in the middle. I mean, normally it would not be a home meal. It would be a bush meal. Like of the
Yes.
grandfather, they are bush with him brothers, them and do farming and stuff. And she
Yes.
would put it in the, we would sit down on banana leaf. They would quail the banana leaf,
Yes.
roast some
So you could
breadfruit
eat
and
on it.
put down. Or the big haffu yam, they would have roast it, or rent a yam,
Oh
or
my gosh.
cocoa. And then you would
Or
all dip it.
sweet
You
potato.
would break and dip it. So that's why them call it
Yes.
flumber dip. And they could
Oh,
also
okay.
put curry in it. And it tastes
Yeah.
good. You never miss the meat. You
It
never
tastes
miss the meat
good.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So,
No.
Really
It
great
tastes
about
good.
it.
so here Charles is saying in Barbados, we make turned cornmeal with okra, then we make the stew fish or salt fish. We don't put coconut or such. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I
Mm.
have
Okra. I've had.
I have one more real true to life story to share about the kids, foreign kids, and the Jamaican
Mm-hmm.
food. I have an aunt that passed. Her last son is Tony. When they came to Jamaica, when he was pretty young, he probably was about 7 years old. And my mother husband took him to the bush. You know, she go to bush, a field up to get stuff, banana and stuff. So he wanted to go with my stepfather. So of course him carry him go bush with him. And Moses cut cane and gave to him to eat. And he eat
Mm-hmm.
it. And when he
Mm-hmm.
came back to the house, he say, guess what? Guess what? Uncle Moses gave me wood to eat. He called the cane
Wood.
wood.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the whole house crack up. So Uncle Moses give him wood to eat.
Oh, Jesus.
Nasty. But
Oh,
and he
Lord.
wasn't one of those picky foreign picnic. He would
Right.
try almost everything. Unlike my
Mm-hmm.
other
Mm-hmm.
story about my other cousin, he tried almost everything. But the joke was when he come back from bush with Moses, when he come back in shoes, mud up, he fall down because it was wet and rainy. And in the used to it, them
That's
fall.
that is an experience for them, you know.
Yes.
And
But
then
That's
Yes.
good
you know
experience.
what? In a lot of cases, it's not the children who are to be blamed for not acquiring the taste. It's the
Not at
parents, you
all.
know.
It's the
the
parents.
parents,
It's the
Yeah.
yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because some children don't even know where a particular food comes from.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
From my grandchildren are small, I will show them a carrot, a tomato. I say, you know, is this grown underground? Is it grown on the tree? This is a
Mm-hmm.
bean. This is a that. And in as much as they are able, I make sure they plant stuff. Like when we're in Jamaica for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure they plant stuff. Right now, whenever they go back to Jamaica, they have their relevant trees. But make sure they have a
Right.
coconut tree that them near where them
Yes.
plant themselves, them
Nice.
plant them little bean. You make them plant things that come
Yeah.
quick, that
Mm-hmm.
Right.
them can they can
And
see
reap
from
it
the beginning.
and see
Yeah,
it.
because
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you have children who they have no clue. My one of my sister, her grandson, Jay is about Jay is probably about 12. Jaden's about 12. And he came to Jamaica for the first time last year. And next to we have a big Julie mango tree. And when he came and saw the mangoes, he was beside himself, you know. Him look at him say, and you know, we had some that were picked and sitting down already, you know, set
Mm-hmm.
up to go, and he started eating those. But when I said to you, we don't eat mangoes in the house, we take the mangoes outside, we sit out in the backyard and we eat. So when the juice drip or whatever, you know, have that on the floor or around the
Mm-hmm.
table, you go outside. And so
Mm.
he went, and then when he finished, he was just cut down the mangoes, you know. So when I said there's more on the
Right.
tree, he said on the tree, you mean you could just have it just like that? So me say yes. And let me tell you, man, he actually went up in the tree. We had some people come over and they said, come man, you want to climb? Let's go. And they took him on the tree. And the house also, you can go up on top of the roof and also get to the mangoes. And the
Mm-hmm.
boy was in awe. Him just
Yes.
keep saying, Grandma, and to my sister, Grandma, I just put my hand and I just take it like that.
Yeah.
And I just ate it. And his mother is American, and he kept saying, I gotta take some back for mom. And I'm like, you can't take it back on the
Can't
plane.
carry it.
And he
Yeah.
was like, oh, but he was beside himself to see that because I mean, he's 12 years old, so he would think that, well, supermarket that they have
Right.
them, he don't know where they come from.
Mhm.
But seeing them on the tree for him was such an experience.
And you
And we
raised a
make him
very
go a
good
bush,
point.
go tie goat.
You've raised a very good point because not
Hmm.
many parents really educate their children about
Mm-hmm.
the beauty of farming.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You
True,
know
true, true.
how nature, when you
Mm-hmm.
plant a seed and you water it and watch it germinate and grow, not many parents do that. And because we have
Yeah.
all these West Indian groceries around where you
Hmm.
see everything just splayed out, and you
Right.
just go and pick up. Some of them don't know
Mm-hmm.
and they're not being taught. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he will never forget that.
Absolutely.
no,
Definitely
he'll
not.
never.
Mm-mm.
That was
When
a
you think
lesson.
about it too, Lady D, living in New York, especially where Christoph and I were living on the Grand Concourse in the Bronx, we live in a high-rise building.
Hmm.
We, I was telling my sister the other day, Christoph never had the experience of going outside to sweep up the yard.
Right.
You
Hmm.
know, so
Hmm.
we had to
Hmm.
go cut broom weed and learn to tie up broom and sweep up the yard. He has never done that.
Hmm.
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 Yeah,
Mhm.
the only flower garden I had was reaching out the window onto the fire escape and putting my little basket with some mint in there and a few plants,
Hmm.
few flowers. That
Hmm.
was the
Hmm.
only experience of planting that we have.
Hmm.
So a
But
lot of kids have come into this country and they don't live like in an area like Florida. Here, you have a little backyard space where you can plant
Right.
stuff. But
Hmm.
hmm.
like in New York now, when we live in high rises, people never see that. They don't even know where their foods come from.
Yeah,
Hmm.
man,
So
that's
we
concrete.
really,
This is
yeah,
concrete jungle.
Hmm.
Yes.
yeah.
It's concrete jungle. But you know what? It is farming and stuff is, God forbid, it's almost a dying art. But
Yes, it is.
parents
It
need
is.
to educate their children about it,
Hmm.
because even even to like, because my mother, I'm just not talk about my mother all the time. I'm sorry to bring her
That's
up,
all right.
but
That's
No
but my
fine.
problem.
mother
Sure.
used to, I mean, when she became incapacitated to the point where she could no longer go shopping for herself, and she would ask me, because I'm the country one, to go and buy like her yam and so, because I know what to look for. My sisters, they can't, they can't, they try, but it's hit or miss, because they would just go pick up a piece, just see it and say,
Hmm.
this is a yellow yam,
Hmm.
pick it up, and when you come back, it no good, and it
You know, me
blighted,
that.
and it, yeah, they would know. So
Yes.
so it's good when you let them get used to it. And that's things I do with my grandchildren. I let them look at this. Do you think this is a good one? What about this one? What about
Hmm.
that one? They say, oh, this
Hmm.
one have a such and such, this one have a such and such. And I'm like, yeah, you teach them, because you're not gonna be up and sprightly all the time.
Right.
When
Right.
they get bigger, you want to send them go buy something. They don't know what to do, because they're not
Hmm.
used to it. You do it all the
Yes.
Hmm.
time, and you don't pass on the knowledge.
Yes.
So they
Train
have
them.
no idea.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jamaica
I'll give them
food and
cool
foreign
recipes too.
Pickney. That's right. Jamaican food and foreign Pickney. We are asking the question, why you all not teaching your children about on the roots, you
Yes.
know,
Teach them to
because
make
we
something
know
for
that
yourself.
our food is the most tasteful dish in the world,
Yeah,
and it is
Uh-huh.
it's an unforgettable experience once you taste it. And so as
that's it.
children, whatever mama prepared, we scrape the plate because no, when them can't cook, no,
Mm-hmm.
Listen to
Yeah,
me, man.
you never
Yes.
really
yeah.
just take your finger and wipe out. And then if
Yes.
nobody now look,
You
that
Yes.
lick
is
a
You
how
lick
it
the
plate.
goes.
plate.
You
You
lift up
lick
the
the
plate.
plate.
You go to. Yes, of course. We look you out.
You lift up the
Yes.
plate. And we still do it. It's just the other day I prepared something and I'm like, it really tastes good. I mean, one in the kitchen. Me just kindly lift up my plate.
Then up your
Yeah.
Let
plate.
me give you one. Let me give you a lady D. Let me give
Are
you
you
a
a
lady D
graveyard?
story.
Are
Let
you
me give
a
you a lady
graveyard?
D story.
Go on the
Lady D
Jackie.
and I used to live right across the street from each other. Lad, I was baking, and this lady came over, and when I give her the pan,
Me, I tell
after I
you.
pour the cake batter in the pans, lady
You
D
lick out
lick
the
that
butter?
pan, it never need
Yeah,
washing.
man.
Oh,
And that just
wow.
that
Yeah.
reminds me of back home how we used my mother used to
Yes.
fight for the pan. So we used to
Yeah.
love the spoon. So she'll give one spoon and everybody else would have their finger in the
Yeah.
pan. That
Me
was
not
like
But
play with
I'm
the
telling
best.
you, man, Jamaican food is it pulls people. I've been home in the middle of the day making some curry goat, and the mailman came to the door, and he had a package, and he came to the door, and I opened the door, take the package, and the man walk away. And when the man reach up the hallway, the man come back and said to me, say, he knock again, and me say, you what? The man say, what are you making? And me tell him. And he said, oh my, that smells so good. I mean, offer me, said, would you like some? I said, oh yes,
Yes, I
very,
love
very
our
quickly.
food.
Yeah, he
Yes.
was just so happy. The man literally left, went up the house and turned back around. Because he said he could smell, and he said it appealed to every sense him have. And he came back for some. And really, to be honest with
Patricia,
you,
Nikita
I
was
don't
there.
know. What's that, Max?
Patrick can confirm Jackie's tale of making the pan.
Yeah, because I don't know who I don't know which foreign person. I could go to them and lick out them plate them butter or beg them some of their food.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. No, nobody. I would feel like to do that with.
Pray
But
for
when
me.
yard food, you see when me go work, if I take myself a cup of porridge, me have to give me boss. If me not bring her a cup of porridge, a problem, you know.
sure need to have a story for that.
And she's Jewish. If I don't bring her a cup of porridge, she may have to throw out half of mine and give her.
Wow.
So me know no, if when like winter time, you want you want porridge more so
Something
in
wrong,
the
yeah.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
And if when I'm taking porridge, me have to make sure me
You
have
carry
her
your
cup
own.
of porridge. I carry go. And when she get it, nobody can talk to her. She not taking no calls. She not doing nothing till she finish her porridge.
Just say
That's
right.
right.
Yeah, one time, me left a cinnamon leaf get where night, and you don't really want dig it off it take out the cinnamon leaf.
Yes.
So by the time he said to her, said there's a leaf, you said, oh, don't worry, I've been sucking it off. He said, I suck it off, I put it back in, and I'm licking it off.
Which is what we do. That's what
That's
we do.
exactly what we do. We lick it up. We look at it and eat it.
Yes,
But as you said,
yes.
porridge in the promo, I had placed a bowl of porridge. Now, some of us like it when you just, it can barely come out of the spoon.
Thick.
Some children don't like that.
Yes,
Some
I
of them
find.
like it a little more plant.
Yeah, watery.
A little loose.
Watery, a little loose, right? But I remember when I was growing up, Auntie Joy made good. My aunties can cook. Auntie Joy, Auntie Madge, all of them can cook. And so one morning, we were having breakfast because all of us, it's a big house, and me and my cousins grew up together and things. So Auntie Joy made porridge one morning. Me don't know what happened in the consistency of the porridge. So when me do so with this spoon,
Stand up.
not come up, his spoon just, when you test cake. See,
Uh-oh.
the porridge stick.
Wow.
The porridge takes until when we do so with this spoon.
Spoon stand up.
This food stand up.
I mean, no, seriously, you just see the residue.
Oh no.
So we had to add water, and then of course, with those days, have microwave.
Like
So
a cold.
you had to add water. And Auntie Joy is an excellent cook, but something did just happen that morning with the porridge.
You put too much
Listen,
whatever.
when I used to work at Memorial Sloan Kettering Hospital, they have a big cafeteria. When you go in there, it's like in a big restaurant, and they have a huge buffet line, and they have chef there, and they have sandwich section different. They have salad bar different. When you go in there, people come from over by Presbyterian to come and eat. People can walk off the street and come inside the cafeteria and buy food in Memorial Sloan. Let me see in the mornings. If you get there later than 8 o'clock, the cornmeal porridge will be done.
Man.
And your biggest competition to get to the line to get it are the hooities.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. But you
Okay?
Yeah.
know what? You see, last summer when I
Them
traveled
love the
last
cornmeal
summer.
porridge is the hottest
Yeah.
seller on that
Yeah.
line. They have to put
Oh
out, the
wow.
guy told me one morning, the Jamaican guy who makes it, and it's really good. You can't they look at for them coconut to them use grow up on a different tree. The coconut it just stand up in it
Mm-hmm.
Them
and it
fit,
tastes
man. Them
good.
fit. Them
The
fit.
guy told me that there are mornings when he has to put out 4. Like when I come and I get mine, it's the 4th container that he's putting out for the
Wow.
day. And
Oh.
that's the only, they're not even,
Wow.
you know, they usually go for their oatmeal and stuff like that. One pan of oatmeal him can make. Everything else.
Gone.
So-
But you know there is no a Jamaican restaurant at Kennedy. You know, at Kennedy in the
uh-huh.
food court. Yeah.
Okay.
When we were traveling in the summer, and our flight was I think like 9:30 or something. And when we got down, I said, all right, let me grab a cup of coffee or stuff. And there's one long line, and you drift off to whichever, when you get to a certain point, then you go to the relevant, if you want to get a bagel or you want to go dunking or
Right.
whatever. And when I look, I saw a Jamaican restaurant in the corner. And let me tell you, when people look at the Jamaican restaurant, people just scatter,
Mm-hmm.
in no time. The line to the Jamaican restaurant was so long
Mm.
that I ended up having to just get dunking because
Yes.
everybody gone over to the Jamaica. And I'm saying, I don't see how they're going to make their flight if they don't keep tabs on themselves. But
Yes.
everybody drift off to that side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen one there before. So the fact that that one is there now, I
Mm-hmm.
hope they really, prosper with that. But
Yeah, I'm
people, if
seeing
any
more
indication
popping up
was
in the
the crowd.
malls. We never
Uh-huh.
usually see a Jamaican restaurant like in a mall like that. And I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
more in malls because in the Broward Mall here, there's a Jamaican restaurant. And I think in the gallery down here, there's also
Okay.
a Jamaican restaurant.
So Andre says,
Mhm.
anyone ever combine oats and cornmeal
Cornmeal
to
to
make
make porridge.
Oh,
porridge?
yes, that's an
I've
easy
done that.
make.
Yes, I
Yes.
have done
Yes.
that.
Yes,
I
Drea.
do
Yes.
peanut and what you call it,
Peanut and
plantain
banana
and
and
them
the
something and mix them together, blend the bulgur and mix it.
yes.
We can
And so
teach you a
here,
few stuff.
and so here Patrick is straight teasing me again because I'm a tambourine fan. You know the box for tambourine. I will just sit down
See?
and eat.
But say tambourine is very nutritious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I
Yes,
like
It
it.
has
it
it has
is.
a lot of nutritive value. Yeah.
So
And
so
fiber,
we
a lot
wanna
of fiber.
welcome we wanna
Yeah.
welcome the lady of languages.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Do
I did.
that.
Well, I did say last week again.
Bewildered.
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 Bewildered, the bewildered lady.
Big
Yeah.
word. I'll do that big word for we
I
bewildered.
tell you. Oh, Jesus, morning, Aldit. Welcome. Yes, so
I
Jamaican
was
food and
bewildered when I did
currency.
not see you this morning, but now my bewilderment has gone.
All right now.
So somebody here, they don't have their name doesn't appear. It just says Facebook user,
I'll
but
know what
the
number.
person says, all me know about tambourine is the stick
It's stick when it
when
What
we
beat.
are
beat.
you using to
Oh,
Yeah, man. Tamarind switch beat
Make some
hard.
tamarind stick lick hot.
Yeah.
that's it tough.
Ryan!
So King Ryan says, hey, you all
Uh-oh.
sorry. He says he has a lot going on. No mind. We
Mm.
here,
Oh,
we miss you. We're having fun. I tell
Mm-hmm.
you, but Jamaica, it's 11 o'clock, Jamaican food, and we're gonna wrap up when we're ready. But I'm telling you, it just sharing with each other this morning has really revealed to us how much more we need to do, how much more parents need to educate their children. I mean, some of them pallets gone bad already. You may never be able to recover some
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
but certainly still cook your food, cook your Jamaican food,
let me give you one
slide them
joke.
a little bit every now and again. Go ahead.
Last week, not last week, the week before, it was raining. I went to school. Now everybody at school know that me bake and cook. Now, so the lady at the front said, Jacqueline, she don't, she don't easy. She said, Jacqueline, you're not making anything today. I feel like making some pea soup. You're going to put pig's tail in it? So I said,
Wow.
yes. So I said, all right. I went home, but I would stop at Broward Meat and I got smoked pig's tail. I got the regular pig's tail and I got smoked turkey necks.
Oh,
Hello.
All right. We come home.
All right.
And to the party, I remember make. So I was telling, my other classmates, and word get around. So my sister was at the time at Walmart, and she so happened to call me when I told her. She said, "Would you like me to pick up some mason jars?" Because mason jars.
Oh, as a talk about mason jar, go on.
I loaded up the mason jars at 10 bottles. I carry go to school, and it's a quart bottles. 10 bottles.
Weird.
All of them sell off in no time.
Them a must.
What were you making? What was it you make? Soup?
Yeah.
Yes, red pea soup with
Red
all
pea
the
soup.
pig skin and stuff. All of them sell off in no time. The whatever I left at home. For my son now, my sister came and said, my son, when I got home, she was telling me, she said, Christoph came home and he said, Auntie, is this stew peas? So she said, no, your mom made red pea soup. But isn't it the same thing? So she said, no, it's a little different because stew peas are a little different. And he loves stew peas. Some rice happened to be there. So the young man poured the pea soup over the rice.
Of course. Oh, you mean?
That's right.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah,
it got same place.
Of course. The only difference is that it's a little watery. It's only more liquidy, but it's
pour it over the rice.
Yeah, that's
Great.
it.
So that was
Great.
And if it's the bottom, sure, a jackpot that.
What?
But you know what me just
how stupid is this?
What me just remember.
Just 1 second, Sharon. Just want to say, so it's Sharon Hamilton Pearson. It's Cher who talk about the tambourine.
The tambourine.
And all did she say now? I had some ackee and saltfish with rice and peas.
Whoa.
Eating it for 2 days straight.
Delicious bad.
Delicious bad.
Good, yes.
So Ryan him said, don't eat smoked food, not good for you. All right, healthy man.
Well, we're not eating it every day, Ryan.
Right.
Everything in moderation. We're not eating we're not gonna eat these things every day.
Yes.
So
Patrick is sharing
we'll be very careful.
Patrick shared a bit of sad news that daddy's not going good.
Yeah, I know who he's talking.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, here you know. They're all going the same address.
Same address, of course.
Exactly.
Here they all did now. Jackie, come on New York, please. With your red pea soup. Of course, pour the red peas over the rice. I do it all the time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
My daughter used to make when my daughter was in college, she used to make rice porridge and sell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't a plan, but yeah, because she became an RA in her second year, and so she had a room for herself.
Okay.
And I love the campus. Oh my God, we would go see her, like on not every Saturday, but maybe every other Saturday, and we could spend the whole day and stuff like that. And then I love to make her rice porridge and stuff. So I would ask her what she wanted. And 1 week I made enough for leftovers. And long story short, she gave some away and people liked it and they wanted her to bring some for them. But my daughter is ever the entrepreneur. So she does this. She just said, Mommy, you just tell me the recipe, how to make it properly. And she just starts selling. And she had a thriving business going on. $2 cup, $2 cup. You're talking about
one of my classmates was asking me about rice porridge the other day. She said, Jackie, you make rice porridge. But that's one of the things that's not so popular anymore.
And cinnamon.
Yes.
Yeah, I love rice porridge.
Yeah.
I love rice porridge. You put some cinnamon and nutmeg pan it and you're gone clear. Not true, Max?
Yeah, but I really cook rice porridge. I don't think I've ever made rice porridge.
Oh, I love rice porridge.
I make banana, cornmeal, but I don't I don't recall ever making it,
Bulgur.
but my grandmother used to make it.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, you
So,
to offer it, we don't make that neither.
so, ladies and gentlemen, just reminding you, we're at 605 subscribers now. By the time we end the
Awesome.
show, I'd like it to be at 700. You think you can help me do that? Share it with at least 5 people you know. And if you're on and you just simply love to see when it pop up, but you're not a subscriber, I am asking you please to subscribe. We're aiming to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then things will start happening.
So we can take off and fly.
So we can fly. There you go. Fly.
Like and comment and subscribe and share it
I'm
too.
exercising my wings.
Share, please. Please share.
Yes.
So, you know, we are talking about Jamaican food and Farin Pickney. I know Cher is British born, but she also have from Jamaican parents, and she had lived in Jamaica for a short time, not long, and then, you know, went back and then to England, and then now she live in America. This is where she lives. But she has grandchildren and, you know, daughter and grandchildren. So Cher, what has your experience been like? Have you been cooking Jamaican food, and how your children and your daughter and your grandchildren receive the food? Them love it? What is Kaylee like? Let us know. And who else on here have Farin Pickney? Well, some of you have grown children, so that's not gonna work. But especially if they weren't born, you know, born and raised here. So we just want you to share your story with us and let us know wherever you're from, and you're Jamaican and you cook, your children love it, you train them early or no. And now you're struggling because you either have to be jumping in a car to go down a Wendy's and go down a IHOP and go down all them fast food people, when you could have just whip up something at home
yourself,
right? And everybody sit down.
Give them some bammy. My niece is born here, and I'm telling you, they love a bammy. They always want bammy. Give them bammy, fry up.
Yes, man. Because
you gotta give it to them early.
When there is somebody, and I'm thinking it may be Tamara, because she lives across from where our church is, on the opposite side of the street. But I'm telling you, there is never a Sunday when there is an aroma that now lick you from somebody's house. No, me not a meat eater, but me can tell when a curry, me can tell when a fried chicken.
Different aroma for each.
Me tell you, man.
But do you know that kind of is nostalgic for me? It brings back memories of walking to church in the community, and I'm sorry, and you're smelling the aromas from the different houses as you walk to church. I remember that as a little girl, you're smelling something smell nice.
You smell it. You can tell.
You're ready to go home for your one.
Yes.
Your one make and left for the yard.
My grandmother would start the dinner from in the morning, and then when she come back from church, she finish it up.
No, my grandmother curry cabbage.
The peas boil,
curry cabbage,
and everything.
Yeah.
Well, Max, tell us that our grandmother used to do everything curry, Irish.
My grandmother used to make curry cabbage, and it's very good.
Somebody mentioned pepper pot soup in the group, Lady D. That's something that's not so popular anymore either, but something I also liked.
Parker, morning, Parker. Parker, you raised children of Farrin. What has the story been like for you? Were they adapted well to, you know, Jamaican food or no? Let us know. Morning, Parker. Good to see you. Yeah, Ryan said, Lord help us.
Food are kill we.
Cher
says, your demise.
Cher says, yes, they love it. Me not buying no burger for Kaylee. She better eat rice and peas. That's right. That's right, Cher. You have to make a concerted effort to say, listen, me not go nowhere else go cook.
When Patrick used to say, him don't eat to live, him live to eat. That's what he used to say.
Well, a lot of people do that, you know.
Yes,
They
live to
live to
eat.
eat.
Yes.
My grandfather used to tell me, cause them say them not eat, they only clear food out of their sight.
Oh dear.
No,
Love that.
And these are the people who don't get fat, them just eat and they don't get fat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Patrick
Yeah.
says,
yeah.
I cook. So Patrick's daughter, I cook for Imani every week. She loves Jamaican food.
Very
Yes,
Wow.
Imani
good.
love Jamaican food.
Yeah.
Aldita asks Ryan, what's the matter? We too much for Ryan.
Ryan, showing one recipe. We know you have recipe.
Yes.
Ay.
There's a food out of sight.
Hmm. Just clear it away. Clear it away.
I am telling you. But no, man. And so I wonder, if there are parents who have found themselves having to say cooking separate pot
Oh,
because, you
Of
you
know,
never
course. I know.
eat.
I know a lot of
yeah.
them. A lot
Yeah,
of
I do
them.
know people who do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't do
Because
that.
the kids.
Sorry, even though I don't have, Norman and I alone live here. A lot of stuff he don't eat, and what things that he don't eat, I don't bother to cook. Cause I the two pot cooking. But
Mhm.
Right.
like
That makes
for fish,
sense.
I love salmon. I'll buy some. I only buy salmon because I don't fry fish in my house. But I'll
Right.
buy salmon. He doesn't eat salmon, so I'll buy it for me. But
Mhm,
other than
mhm.
that, anything is that he don't eat, I don't bother to cook because I'm not into the two pot cooking for two people. No, sir.
Yeah.
Mm. It's a lot.
So
Yeah,
Andrea says, I only recently find mackerel because she lives in
really.
Barbados, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do rundown for the first time. All right,
All
ma'am.
Oh,
right.
All right.
Tell us of the outcome.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. So yes, you know, sometimes you want to try something. I don't do fried fish here at home. I
Yeah.
find that when you fry fish in your house,
The
it
smell can
saturates
leave.
the place and it
Yes.
doesn't leave.
Yes. That's why I don't do it.
Mm-mm.
I'm
I
not.
used to smell people when they come at church and them a pass you in the winter time in
The
the
smell
church.
of the
It's
food.
like that in New York. One of the things too that holds
Mm-mm.
that scent of the fish is curtains. You have curtains and your
Yes.
bed linen and
Your
everything
Yeah.
couch.
sticks to it. It stays there.
Your
And if you
couch
don't
and
take it
everything.
down,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
That's why I
Lord.
don't fry
Mm-hmm.
fish here.
No, I
If I
don't
have
do
to do
fry
fish, I
fish.
would steam it
I
or I put
steam.
it in the oven,
Yeah.
but I'm not frying it in my house.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, sir. Me
You
no like
can't give
no
me. I
fat
did it
at
one time in
all.
New York, and for months, me fight the smell.
It wouldn't come out. Yeah.
No, I
No, I'm
spray, I
telling you,
pour
especially
everything.
especially winter time when they come in with them
Yes.
a pass and they
Clear off a
pass
lot.
with the coat, them coat get
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the
no
wool,
man.
It
it
holds
holds it
it.
in.
You
Mm-hmm.
ever, you
Yeah,
ever go
man.
to the airport and somebody in the line have fried fish and it smell all over the clothes.
You may never
Yeah.
Oh
travel
Lord,
straight.
no, we
Yeah.
never have that one.
Mm-mm.
I've had that experience from my own
No.
household. My son's godmother was coming to Florida and she fried fish from New York to bring to Florida for her parents. I remember me tell you, say, smell it and they go out in the taxi. When she stand up in the line, we have to carry her in the bathroom and spray her down, and it's still.
And that was after the flight?
No, at the airport.
Oh,
Oh,
because I
Jesus,
was gonna
before
say,
she
should that
bored. Oh,
them people upon
Lord.
the flight would have a rude awakening?
But
Mm-mm.
they did have a road away because that sent for her. All the spray we spray could not help her.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No, man.
Mm-mm.
Fry fish in a them small apartments, no
No,
work.
sir.
Yes,
I'm
Yeah,
not.
you
that was
have
an
to have,
experience.
there is a way to do it, because if you have a like exhaust, if you have an exhaust, like your
Yes,
hood
they used to
range,
feed you well.
if
Lady, do
your
you see
hood
that coming?
range, yeah, if your hood range have the exhaust fan and you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing a large quantity, because what I do is I bring up cinnamon leaf. Whenever I go home, I bring up a whole heap of cinnamon leaf because
Mm-hmm.
me boil it in a porridge and and you can put in a stew, you put making some brown stew, whatever, you can pop it in there and all that. So but I bring up enough that I can boil it just for the aroma.
Yes,
You
when
can
you
even
fry.
put the
Yeah.
cinnamon leaf or cinnamon stick and you let that boil before
Mm-hmm.
you start the frying. You open up, because my kitchen, I have two big windows that can open in four different ways. And I open the windows, I put on my cinnamon, I let it simmer. And I have a fan because my kitchen is at eating, it's big. with the dining section on one side, and I put my fan on. I have a ceiling fan there, and I have the hood range, and it blow. I don't get it. I
Yeah.
just close the bedroom doors and I open like the living room. I have large windows as well, and I don't make a lot. I probably make maybe 10 or less, or maybe say a dozen tops.
Yes.
And I don't have a problem, because you do
Yeah.
have
Well, some people don't have the
have a
luxury
good
of that.
what
And Ryan,
no,
Ryan
if you
is
have that, then you can do it.
Yeah.
But if you have very enclosed space, then you have nowhere for it to go.
Yeah.
that's
Or if your kitchen don't have a door, you can't shut it in and
yeah.
send it the other way. It's just a ventilation
Yes.
type
Yes.
Yeah.
situation. If
Because
you don't
Ryan
have
is
vents,
because Ryan is
yeah.
agreeing with you that you can use a fan at the window to suck out the
To
air.
suck out the ear.
Yes, and
But
then you can
Didi,
also, somebody had told us about fabric softener. You can pour some
yes,
fabric softener, add water to it, and put it on the stove and simmer very
I've done
low,
that.
and it
Yeah,
just, you know,
I've done
permeates
that.
through the house. But we're gonna wrap up now. It's
Yeah,
17 minutes
because
past
I have
11. All
other
it says,
engagements.
all it said, it was just last evening I was feeling for a nice, oh yeah, Hellshire big fried
Yeah,
fish,
shellfish. I want to sushi
Bambi
boss
and
so.
festival, and a cold bottle of tea or
Yeah.
ginger
Make me
beer.
hungry. I'll be trying to make me hungry.
Welcome, Carsey. Kelsey said boiling rosemary is also very good to do before, during, and after you fry fish in your
Oh,
house.
actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Right,
Greetings,
rosemary.
Carsey.
Yeah.
Carsey is one of my sponsors on my show
Thanks for
Inside the
sharing.
Yes,
Zone.
Carsa. Yeah.
Yes, and she's
Bomb
into real estate. So anybody who you are planning to go down to Max area, neck of the woods, down in Georgia, she's an exceptionally good real estate agent. So see me
Okay.
for details.
Thank
Okay.
you. So she
Okay,
never
okay.
bomb.
All righty.
This
So
was good. Wanna make me
we had
hungry
a
now.
good, well, I'm have to go find something for breakfast now. Max, I go drink our porridge.
Yes,
Sharon, so you're
man.
going
Mr.
to do.
Remote can't wait to meet me porridge.
Aye. And Jen wasn't able to join us, but we're hoping that she'll be able to do so next week.
Next
So,
time, yeah.
just remember Jen when you don't see her.
Yes.
And just posting our final comment, put some whole garlic in the oil when you're cooking. There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Everybody have
Try.
a solution to the problem.
Of course.
Because fish have to fry. Fish have to fry.
Right. Fish not nice
Yeah.
if it's not fry. I true that much.
No fry good, because sometimes some people fry and tasty at all.
Yes.
Not
It's
at
almost
all.
tasty. You're not tasting a little dash of nothing.
Nothing. You
And
just
they
flat.
tell you how
It one dash way.
Dash
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, if you know you're not good at frying fish, now take it on. Because you even if you don't want to make it salty, but you still have to the basic seasoning, little something over it, man. And then
Like
we
the-
can
We
add the
used to
rest.
make-
Like the
we
pepper
used to
them
some
back
good
here.
times in a lady day. We used to make
I am telling
a
you.
Friday. We say a Friday evening time we used to make fried fish and something
Yeah,
and
man.
bacon.
And
And
we
we used
go
to sit
over
down,
and
the
eat
day
the
come over, we
fish.
sit down and chat and laugh and eat fried fish.
I tell you.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
good. Those are good.
So for parents, Jamaican parents, those of you who are on, grandparents and great grandma, or those who will see our video as a delayed broadcast, if you haven't started to really work in the Pickney them and the grand Pickney them, get the palette going, man. Nice to fry up something, toss
Yeah.
up, and say, hey, this me used to get when me little, see how me strong.
Hey,
That's it.
strong and tan, good.
Cook starfish and see.
Right? So, thank you everyone for tuning in. You participated. We appreciate you.
Yes.
And you came in late. You can go back and
Absolutely.
watch this. Remember, it's on a channel. So even though we end, it's not like it gone or it lost. It is on the channel. You can go back and sit and watch and laugh and say, oh, yes, yes. And one final thing. There are those of you who are ardent viewers. If you want to join us, the platform open, if you want to come on with us one morning, you can come be a part of the panel.
How about Ryan?
You know, Ryan. Ryan, you know, won't join us one morning. You stay there, not come. And who
Our Uncle
else?
Neville. Our Uncle
Charlesy
Neville.
and Uncle Neville. Everybody who
And
want
yeah.
to come, everybody can come. As a matter of fact, we could take you once a week. Everybody who want to come in, we roll you in a guest a week. Because we can pull all of you over here.
Yes.
So now I have no audience.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
All right,
Everybody
so
have
yes,
vision,
Ryan,
everybody
so
have
yes.
ability.
yes. So all right, Ryan. So we'll connect with you for next week. Next week, I send you the link. You come in like Jackie and everybody else, and you start talk up the things. Okay.
Yes.
So thank you. Another great show, Saturday Morning Runnings, right here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Enjoy Ono weekend.
Yes.
All right. And we're looking forward to
That's
seeing
God. Blessings.
everybody next week. It's been a blast. We out.
Love you
All right.
guys.
Go eat or not
Bye,
tea.
Take
everybody.
care.
Go drink no tea.
Go eat or not tea. And drink or no bread.
All right.